Om Gyana Timanandasa Gyana Jana Shalakaya Chukshusam Namyana Tashma Sri Gurave Namaha Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutavashamari Bhakti Padanta Swami Dhanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavani Prachani Nirvishesha Shramari Pashtata Deshtane. When I reflect on my life, I would attribute Srila Prabhupada as being the most influential person that I met in my life, and one person that had the greatest influence on my character and behavior. But it's interesting that when I say I met Srila Prabhupada, because I never met Srila Prabhupada in person. I joined the movement in 1985, and it is remarkable that a person we could say, give their life to a person that they never met. And how is that possible? Well, we did meet Srila Prabhupada in his books. And Prabhupada comments that if you really want to know me, then you'll find me in my books. And of course, I particularly get inspired by first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam when I'm reading that, and I'm meditating on Prabhupada in Radha Damodar temple, sitting there with his associates, Rupa Goswami, and all the other acharyas whose samadhis are in the Radha Damodar temple. And Prabhupada meditating, and he has such a vision, it's incredible. When you read his purports to the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada, he sees everything. He sees the whole Sankirtan movement taking over the world, and he's completely convinced of that, even though he's just a simple Babaji sitting alone in Vrindavan. So it's so inspirational to read those purports. And after so much opulence, so much facility, everything came to Srila Prabhupada. He's writing the later cantos. You can see that his consciousness is exactly the same. It's not like he was affected in any way. He's not surprised. So it's amazing to be able to associate with Prabhupada when he's in Radha Damodar and read the first canto and all the books of Srila Prabhupada. I particularly like the comment Prabhupada made at the end of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, where he writes that my Guru Maharaj, Shanat Shastri Thakur, he predicted that foreigners would learn Bengali to read the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada is making that comment that he's actually facilitating, or we could say that Prabhupada has done more than anyone else for popularizing Bengali devotional literature on this planet. And Prabhupada he's making the comment that he's very pleased that he's completed the Chaitanya Charitamrita in English with the Bengali verses there, that to actually facilitate the English-speaking world, the Westerners, to learn Bengali and read the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So actually, this is a rare thing if you look into the literary side of it, a text with the original Bengali texts, the word for word, and then the English transliterations, and then summary and then purports. This is a masterpiece of literature. And what to speak of Prabhupada's qualification? And Mahaprabhu in Ramkelli, he stood in front of the assembly of devotees and he said, Pritibide ache joto nagaradigram savatraprocha hoibe mo nam, that my name will be spread all over the world. And Jota Nagaradigram, as many towns and villages as there are, hoibe mo nam. Srila Prabhupada was the uniquely empowered preacher that fulfilled this mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's the most obviously qualified person to give the commentary and give an English translation on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Not only that, Prabhupada's aristocratic Vaishnava Bengali family and his training in the most prestigious colleges of Calcutta, and him being a disciple of the great preacher and founder of the Gaudiya Math, Shanat Shastri Thakur, we couldn't consider a more qualified person for translating Chaitanya Charitamrita and making it available in the English language. And this is a literary masterpiece. And there's so many books of Srila Prabhupada that we can read. I discussed a little bit of my appreciation of the Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And as I mentioned, Prabhupada, more than any other person, influenced my life. And that influence can remain, that nourishment can remain by regularly reading Srila Prabhupada's books. I can remain inspired and remain enthusiastic in devotional service just by a little bit of association with Srila Prabhupada, and we can have that association by hearing him. We can have that association by regularly reading his books.